A very important and interesting, in its own way, component of the admin scale is the ideal scene. Let's start with a definition, as usual. An ideal scene expresses what a scene or area ought to be. If one has not envisioned an ideal scene with which to compare the existing scene, he will not be able to recognize departures from it. L. Ron Hubbard. Have you heard that thoughts are in fact material? You know, actually the admin scale is sort of a magical tool. I remembered that I was talking to a person, one of my students, about the admin scale, and he later successfully applied it and wrote me. Though, remember I told you that the admin scale often dies at the stage of programs and goes no further. But nonetheless, he did some work, sat down, thought it over, wrote it out, etc. Half a year went by, and while putting order in his work, he stumbled upon that very same admin scale, which he wrote a half a year before, and he started browsing through it. And all of a sudden he realized that everything that was written down there came true, and then some. And this came to be so real to him that he couldn't hold it in any longer, and he called me up and said, "Can you imagine? This is what happened," and so forth. I can attest to the fact that it actually does happen just like that. Now look, when you take your daily planner and write down the things you have to do tomorrow, or you don't write them down, but just decide in your mind that tomorrow you need to do some certain thing, let me ask you this. In which case is it more probable that the thing you need to do will happen? The answer will always be the same when you write it down, right? You could say that you're giving your thought a material tint or aspect. You're jotting it down in the planner as a note. And you have a firm, steady decision that it will be that way. So what is an ideal scene? The definition says that it's a description of something to happen in the future. And it's something that definitely has to be different from how things are today. You see, if you do a good job of envisioning an ideal scene for your company or personal condition, and you describe it in exact detail, I can assure you that it will happen this way. Now look, what's the most perfect plateau of management? Your junior comes to you and says, "Mr. Executive Secretary," or maybe, who knows, "Mr. Organizational Secretary. I don't really know if I should solve this matter this way or that way or some other way." Possibly you know the answer to that question, but the most incorrect thing you can do would be to tell him, "Do this, this, and that. You got it?" "Sure, yes, I got it." "Then go do it." The right way would be this. It's important that you ask him, "Listen, how do you think that this matter or this problem could be resolved? What are your ideas?" "Oh, I don't know. We could try this, I guess." And you say, "All right, what else?" And so on and so forth. So, I use questions to guide my junior to his own resolution of the problem. And so we get an interesting situation here. If I give him the decision, whose decision is it? It's my decision, not his. But when I guided him towards making that decision, then it's his decision, not mine. Although possibly I knew the answer. Tell me, whose decision are you going to fight for with more enthusiasm? No doubt. We all want to be right, and so we're going to fight for our own ideas and decisions right down to the last drop. And in this case, the responsibility also lies in the junior himself. because he made the decision to do something. And the probability is that it will happen. Why am I telling you all this? Gosh, because the ideal scene component has a direct correlation to all of this. That is, if you want to write the ideal scene out correctly, and as well and completely as possible, then you have to involve your team or your company in creating this component. You have to ask them, hey guys, what do you think about reaching this or that goal? Or how do you think our company should look in the future? Tell me, what will your sales department look like? Our warehouse, or I don't know, our office? How will our clients conduct themselves? What sort of an income are we going to have? What will be your earnings? Come on, tell me about it. What do you think our firm should look like? So if they tell you the main points of this ideal scene, then who's going to fight for it? The whole group will. So, the ideal scene component is extremely important in being able to count on our goals. And it's also important in order to monitor the activities and production of a group, a company, or even an individual, and notice any deviations from the ideal scene. So, we're either moving from the existing scene towards the ideal scene, or we're not. And that was the component called the ideal scene. Let's move on.